Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. Which, thank you. I'm ready for hot messy topics tomorrow. I'm ready for just like a good weekend. Well, I thought I was, and then I realized that we have this hurricane and like the outer bands coming through. But even if it's like a Netflix and chill kind of weekend, I don't know. Anyways, guys, we're back to talk about the feud that is happening over in the OC. We have Jennifer Pedranti and Tamra Judge once again. And you guys know tonight's episode's coming out. So it's all going to be hashed out. It really is. And then we also have really bad news for the Chrisleys. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and let's get right in. Let's get right into it. Here.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
Okay, guys, so we're going to start right here with the Jennifer Pedranti and Tamra Judge of it all. These ladies are always fighting, I swear. But in the Real Housewives of Orange County preview, well, the teaser, Katie tells members of OC, thinking all about the Real Housewives, tells members of the OC cast that Tamra and Eddie are upset that Ryan badmouthed them. It was at a cast dinner where Ryan gets put in the hot seat, but insists that he doesn't regret anything that he said. In fact, Ryan claims that everything he said about Tamra and Eddie was 100% valid. But of course, this pisses Tamra off, who is screaming at him, shouting at him, before bringing up his ongoing legal drama surrounding a highly publicized baseball gambling scandal. How's the FBI going for you, is what she said, actually. Now, Ryan's FBI storyline will come to light later in the season, from what we're hearing, when his finances are questioned. This was pretty much the $16 million gambling lawsuit. It was a scandal surrounding a former interpreter for the Dodgers stars. I believe his name is Shohei Ohtani. And of course, Tamara's going to weaponize, like she's going to use this. She's going to use this as ammo. And she came in hot for both Jennifer and Ryan. At one point, she even asked Jennifer whether or not Ryan will put a hit on her for coming after him. And it's not the first time Tamara and Ryan had issues. If you guys remember back to last season, the two of them also did not get along. And this is when Tamara claimed that Ryan wanted to sleep with her and that she was also unfaithful to Jen. So they go through this a lot. But I'm going to show you some of the back and forth right now that's going on. And I don't know, Jen's coming in hot too. I will say that. First, there was this. Jennifer Pedranti said, at All About the Real Housewives podcast, can we please link the podcast from last year? This woman for an entire year drug my man's name through the mud. Remember before cameras went up that she never had one problem with Ryan. Hashtag needed a storyline. She has over 1 million followers in her own podcast and trashed Ryan regularly. He went on one podcast and spoke his truth. How ironic that she trash talks people on the regular, and if one person says anything back, it's crocodile tears or a drunk slurring her words. Eddie tried to stop her several times, and after she stumbled out of Katie's home yelling false statements, the guys had a very civilized conversation, and we just had to take the trash out so that could happen. Oh my God. Jennifer Pedranti. She's coming in hot. Yeah. What? So, All About the Real Housewives podcast ended up sharing this, saying the original is still up from last year. It was October 11th, 2023 on Apple Podcasts. Not one edit was made to use re-releasing the podcast. Tamra Judge said, oh, you mean the cleaned up podcast who just collaborated with Ryan on a post, Rat with Cheese? And somebody said, Tamra, dude, take a break. And Jennifer said, I heard she commented on here saying the podcast was cleaned up. Girl, stop. You are unhinged. The only one who would think to be so calculated is you, Tammy Sue. She just lies, and it was easy to re-listen to the podcast and show the truth. And now she does what she does best and tries to manipulate, calculate, scheme, and lie. Maybe one day you can take a long look in the mirror and realize that your one-trick pony show is played out. Make a change. A real one. Then somebody said, just listen to the Emily D. Baker on the Bio Files, and I think they nailed Tamra Judge. Her gross, drunk, and mean behavior is what we used to laugh at 10 years ago. The younger cast members and the viewers have all moved on from that kind of behavior, and she just doesn't fit in anymore. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting. That's interesting. I got to talk to Emily about this. See how that's going. Like, if she's enjoying OC. I love OC. But moving on, I don't know if you guys saw this, the Chrisleys. So, actually, since we had Emily talk to us about this before, the Chrisleys were able to go to the appellate court, which, based off of what Emily D. Baker said to us on the live, it's really, really hard to make it to the appellate court. So this was a big deal. This means that they think that, there's something that might happen. There's something that they can do. Maybe they can change the sentences. Maybe they can give them time served. Maybe they can change the charges. Something might have went wrong to get them to this conviction, from my understanding. But now this came out. Here we go. Thank you to Entertainment Tonight. So they said it was an emotional day in our court for Julie Chrisley, whose 84-month sentence was upheld. I would like to say I've had years to think about what I've wanted to say, and I'm sorry for my actions and situations that led us to where we are today, is what Julie told the court. I've had 20 months in prison, but it has been much more leading up to the trial, and I apologize for my actions that led to where we are today. Now, the Georgia judge came down hard on the Chrisley Knows Best star, obviously, as you guys know, because we watched this. I guess saying, I hope you and everyone concerned with this case are more concerned with your children's well-being and not with TV ratings, podcasts, etc. My sentence will not change. God.
I'm very disappointed, but the judge showed her cards, and I think if people do their research on this judge and see how many times she's been reversed and remanded back, it'll tell us enough. So we're going to move forward with appealing this sentence, and that'll happen within the next 14 days. The conversations I have had with President Trump have been nothing but full of love and support, and he's from a human to a human. I spent time at Mar-a-Lago, and he spent a solid 15 minutes speaking to me and just hearing my story, wanting to know more. And people can say what they want about him. They can not like how he says things. They can not like how blunt he is. But when it comes down to it, he has got a heart that loves people and loves people well. And that is who I want running our country. I'm very disappointed.
Wow. So, obviously, when anybody talks about religion or politics, there's going to be backlash. So I'm curious to see how people receive what she had to say about that, Savannah. But also, now, I guess my next question is if the judge said I'm not changing the sentence, can they have it go to somebody else, like another judge? Or do they have to go through the whole appeals process again? That's my question. And this judge clearly does not care that the Chrisleys are on TV. And I think even more, just like they said with Teresa Giudice and Joe Giudice and Jen Shaw, because they're famous, the sentences might be harsher. I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think. Guys, don't forget tomorrow, Hot Messy Topics. And today we did the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap with Ashley from Taste of Reality. You can check that out on Up and Adam Channel 1. And we also dropped another episode of the Salty Podcast with Monica on Up and Adam Channel 2. I love you guys. We'll see you later.